Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio, this is SGTV News 4.
Good evening, everyone. We're going to go straight to our sports anchor, Cade Crenshaw, with some breaking news.
Thanks, Lydia. We have breaking news tonight from the Gamecock football team. Junior quarterback J.C. Horn has announced on Twitter moments ago that he will be sitting out the remainder of the season and preparing for the 2021 NFL Draft. Horn is a projected first-round NFL draft pick, and his announcement comes nearly 24 hours after it was announced that Will Muschamp had been fired as head coach at South Carolina. This is a developing story, as it is still unclear whether his decision to sit out the remainder of the season has any direct ties back to Will Muschamp being fired on the season. Horn, just 2 interceptions, but he has been a pivotal player for this Gamecock defense that's given up 48 points or more in the last 3 games. So, Lydia, this is a big-time loss for this Gamecock football squad, especially without a new head coach. Now interim Mike Bobo will not only be an uphill challenge already, but he just lost his best defensive player. Lydia, back to you.
Thank you so much, Cade. According to a Carolina alert sent out yesterday by the university, a student has passed away. This happened at the Honors Residence Hall. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division and the Richland County Coroner's Office are currently investigating. The student has been identified as freshman Brecken Muzzy. Right now, we don't know any cause of death, but it was said that no foul play was suspected. This is an ongoing story, so we will continue to update you here at News 4.
This morning it was announced that a COVID-19 vaccine produced by Moderna proves to be 94.5% effective. This news comes a week after Pfizer announced that their vaccine proves to be 90% effective. Currently, Moderna says that their vaccine does not display any serious side effects. Reported side effects from participants include body aches and headaches. Moderna expects to have 20 million doses by the end of the year. They plan to ask the FDA to authorize the use of the vaccine by early December. Dr. Anthony Fauci called the results from Moderna both exciting and outstanding.
An important milestone for NASA was made yesterday as the operational SpaceX Crew Dragon launched. The crew is intended to make it to the International Space Station by tonight and will begin a 6-month mission. This is the first crew rotation flight on a U.S. commercial spacecraft. It includes astronauts Victor Glover, Michael Hopkins, Shannon Walker, and Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency astronaut Soichi Noguchi. President Trump took to Twitter calling it a great launch, and now NASA is again the hottest, most advanced space center in the world by far. President-elect Joe Biden also made comments saying it's a testament to the power and science of what we can accomplish by harnessing our innovation, ingenuity, and determination.
Beginning today and lasting through November 22nd, the Vista will be hosting its 35th annual Vista Light Celebration. Shops, galleries, bars, and restaurants in the Vista will be putting on special events throughout the coming week. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Vista tree lighting will not take place, but from November 20th to November 22nd, the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center will be hosting a holiday to remember with free admission. The event will include holiday-themed concessions, a holiday market, performances, and COVID-19 safe photos with Santa. Also, the Carolina Lights Drive-Thru Holiday Show will be returning to the State Fairgrounds from December 5th to December 27th. And this sounds really exciting, as you can tell based on my little look tonight. I do have the holiday spirit in full gear. I am fully prepared for the holiday season, and Christmas lights are one of my favorite things ever. My family does it big for our Christmas lights at home. Of course.
I've already been watching my Hallmark movies. I'm getting ready, listening to the music in the car, getting excited for the holiday season.
Absolutely, we can't wait.
After the break, we'll have Bryce Glenn with your weekly weather. All flags, including the one at the South Carolina State House, will be flown at half-staff until
the alumni help inform South Carolina legislators about the many ways that USC benefits
Baseball has started off their 2020 campaign 4-0 after sweeping Holy Cross,
South Carolina at the Carolina State Fair. It is the national and international.
13 cases of infected people in the U.S., but experts here at USC say there is no reason.
Tonight is doing their comedy sketches. That's another branch of SGTV. It's a big deal. It's going to be
60 again, but those showers are showing up. Tuesday it'll be 68th
Super Bowl in 50 years. They took down the San Francisco 49ers 31.
First Filipinos in California in October of 1587.
Welcome back to your weekly weather. We're going to jump right in with our weather forecast. To start off the week, we're going to start off with a clear day tomorrow, a drop in temperatures into Wednesday. Really cold temperatures tomorrow night into Wednesday. After that, we'll start to warm up a little bit, but all in all, we're going to have some really chilly evening temperatures throughout the week and clear skies as well. For our high temperature trend for the week, we're going to start off tomorrow just above our average of 67 at 68, going to drop all the way down more than 10 degrees into Wednesday at 57. Jump a little bit into Thursday at 61, then 70 on Friday, 73 on Saturday, and then 74 on Sunday. For our highs today in Carolina, up in the upstate at Greenville, you're at 63, just 61 in Rock Hill, 64 in Greenwood, 64 in Florence, Sumter, Orangeburg, Aiken, and Columbia, 64 in Myrtle Beach, 66 in Hilton Head, and 70 in Charleston. Right now in Columbia, it's only 54 degrees. It feels like 54. We have a northwest wind of 2 miles per hour, 55% humidity. It's very clear out there with our local time of 7:12. Our sunset was at 5:19 p.m. For our weather this week, we're going to have some sunny skies tomorrow at 68. Wednesday will just be at 57 degrees. It's going to be pretty chilly out there with a low of 34. Some early frost on Thursday at 61 for the high. Friday will be at 70 with clear skies, some warmer temperatures on Saturday at 73. Same idea, Sunday at 74 with sunny skies. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. I'm Cade Crenshaw with your sports update, and as we're continuing to following this breaking news out of the Gamecock football program, as star quarterback J.C. Horn has opted out the remainder of the season for the Gamecocks. Now, this news comes just 24 hours after the announcement came that Will Muschamp had been relieved of his duties as head coach of the Gamecocks, and we're still unsure as to whether or not this has anything to do with Muschamp being fired, but Horn has said that he is opting out the remainder of the season and he's preparing for the 2021 NFL draft. And obviously, look at the season Horn's had. National Defensive Player of the Week multiple times, not only that, but 2 key interceptions that sealed the victory for them against Auburn. And again, the post-Will Muschamp fallout era has just begun. Now, as Muschamp goes out, the interim Mike Bobo coach steps in. The coaching change has come less than 48 hours after the Gamecocks lost 59-42 to Ole Miss on Saturday night. Muschamp had a 28-30 overall record in his 5 seasons in Columbia. In a press conference today, Bobo said that he will continue to call the plays and that former Gamecock quarterback Connor Shaw will be joining the team as the 10th assistant coach to help coach the quarterbacks after he had previously been serving as the director of football student-athlete development. South Carolina is set to host Missouri at Williams-Brice Stadium Saturday night at 7:30. Although football season is in full swing, basketball season is just a week away. Both South Carolina men's and women's team have a scrimmage scheduled for next Wednesday, the 25th. But while the season is just getting started, plans are already being made for the postseason. The NCAA announced today that March Madness tournament will not be spread out across the country this year like it usually is. Due to COVID-19 precautions, the 68-team tournament will be held in one location in March. The NCAA also said that they are in preliminary talks with officials from Indianapolis, Indiana about the tournament being hosted there. Both the Gamecock men's and women's teams get their regular seasons underway November the 28th on the road. And finally tonight, Dustin Johnson became the first South Carolina native to win the Masters tournament this weekend in Augusta. In a year where the Masters had no fans on the course, Johnson virtually had no competition on the leaderboard. Johnson finished 20 shots under par, which is a new Masters record, and brought home the coveted green jacket with a 5-stroke victory. Now, while Johnson might be the #1 ranked player in the world, he grew up just a few minutes down the road in Irmo and led Dutch Fork High School to the 2002 boys golf state championship. And Kendall, what a weekend it has been for news here on the South Carolina beat, to say the least. I mean, obviously you have the Muschamp news coming out last night, Bobo being hired as the interim, then obviously tonight J.C. Horn opting out the remainder of the season. But let's stop talking football for a second. Let's go over the golf course. Dustin Johnson, incredible victory this weekend at the Masters.
Well, I will say that when I was very young, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. When I was very young, Dustin Johnson was competing in the Wells Fargo tournament at Quail Hollow, and he actually gave me a golf ball. So I will forever have a golf ball now that belonged to a now Masters champion. So that's a pretty exciting story. There's so much to talk about, though, in the world of sports, Cade. You've got your Horn news, you've got your Muschamp news, even potentially the NCAA tournament in Indianapolis, Indiana, which I have very close ties to as well. So much to talk about. You are keeping us updated through it all. And obviously just hearing that news about Horn right before the show started. So a quick little pivot there, and that's just the way it goes, and you did a great job.
Thank you, Kendall. And this is an ongoing story, so stay tuned to SGTV News 4 on Twitter, as well as CCS on SGTV for all things on Gamecock athletics.
Yeah, and also be sure to follow us on Twitter at SGTV News 4 to keep up to date on all things USC. For SGTV News 4, I'm Kendall Smith.
And I'm Cade Crenshaw. Have a great week, Carolina. Forever to thee.